Hello, thank you very much for clicking on this video. I appreciate it. So I'm going to be reviewing the tracks that weren't previously released off of Anthology 4. When I say not previously released, I mean all the ones that aren't on the deluxe box sets and all that sort of stuff. I will be also mentioning the ones that have already been released on YouTube and Spotify and all that jobbies. And there's some on the Free as a Bird single from back in the day. They'll get a mention as well. Also, stick around to the end of the video. I will be mentioning now and then because there might be a problem with it on Anthology 4. Okay, so let's crack on. Notes. Professional. Okay, so I saw her standing there, track 2. The vocals are in the right, but there's a hell of a lot of energy in this track. This was one of the ones, actually this was off of, and the vocals are in the right on this one as well. I would have thought that they would have put them in the centre, but you know, they haven't. Money, RM7, undubbed. It sounds mono. It is mono. It's mono. You may notice I'm just whittling through these. This Boys, take 12 and 13. Also, one of my favourite Beatles songs. I like the harmonies. Paul McCartney tells John not to be nervous, and John says I'm not. That's in there. And they're still having the troubles with the this and that's. They keep getting that wrong. But yeah, a very good, nice take. Tell Me Why, takes 4 and 5. I usually wear glasses for this kind of thing, by the way. It was really good to hear them try and work out the harmonies in this. I think it was George that was struggling, and he's like, "Hey, what should I be singing?" You know. And yeah, it was good to hear them figuring that out. So that was quite nice to hear. The whole track is very good. If I Fell, track 11, sounds great again. The thing that I'm taking away from all of these outtakes is that the Beatles pretty much had the song done. It was just the recording they were struggling with. So If I Fell, take 11, it starts differently. John's hitting the strings of his guitar. I believe it's John. I can't see that it's John, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it was good. They flub the lyrics and stuff. So it was all good. Matchbox, take 1. It's not my favourite Beatles song. I've probably only listened to it a maximum of 5 times in my life. I do admire Ringo's voice in this. It's very strong. His enthusiasm is coming through. It's definitely a song of its period. But I still question why this was on here. Maybe it's because I'm not a fan. Maybe there's loads of you out there that are like, yeah, Matchbox demo at last. Not me. Every Little Thing takes 6 and 7. Paul burps in this. It's inaudible, but it means he misses part of the vocal, and that stops the take. But they have got this song down though. They're on it. And this track ends in laughter. I Need You, take 1. Definitely faster, and I think Paul's still working out what bass to play, what bass line to play, so that's apparent. Again, not one of my favourite Beatles songs, and I just find it a bit boring. Sue me. I've just seen a Face, take 3. It's faster, and it's like McCartney's also racing to get the vocal out. You've probably already heard this one on the YouTubes. In My Life, take 1. I wrote down here Sublime. It is wonderful. They've just released it on YouTube and your iTunes and Spotify. Go listen to it. For take 1, it is really, really good. It's just a wonderful song, isn't it? So, Nowhere Man, first version, take 2. The beginning is sung slightly differently. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to say the words. But it's sung differently. But the song is basically an instrumental. Baby, You're a Rich Man, take 11 and 12. I was shocked by this one. There's a lot of banter going on. They asked Mal to get them some Coke. I'm sure they meant the drink. But then I think John or Paul, can't remember which one, says, get some cannabis resin. And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. During the song, I think John starts rolling the R's, baby, you're a rich man. And yeah, it's good to hear. The whole song, yeah, towards the end as well, just there's, to quote Alan Partridge, it's great banter. It's great banter.
This is great banter. It really is.
All You Need Is Love, the rehearsal for BBC broadcast. There's loads of chatter at the beginning, and then there's like a BBC announcer, he explaining that they've already recorded some stuff, and now they're just basically gonna sing over the top of it and orchestrate over the top of it. But I found that weird that he was on there, but I guess that's the recording we're getting. Also, on the first time it happens, Lennon sings "All You Need Is Love," but he also goes ba ba da da da, and then after that it's taken on by the orchestra. But it was good to hear that. And then as the song goes on, so in the proper recording you hear them singing "She Loves You," yeah. In this they sing other songs. I won't tell you what they are. I won't spoil it for you. You've got to have something to look forward to. Fall on the Hill, take 5, is an instrumental. At the beginning it sounds like someone's making a cup of tea, but whatever. This is great. It's like I'd never heard Fall on the Hill before hearing this instrumental. I'm a bit of a fan of instrumentals, if I'm honest. Jason, if you're watching, you know that. Hi, Jace. I Am the Walrus, take 19. This is a strings, brass and clarinet overdub. It's awesome. Again, it's instrumental, but it is just the strings, the brass and the clarinet, and wow, it's very complex. If I haven't got my notes for this, but if George Martin wrote this, he's amazing. I'm sure you'll tell me if he didn't write it. But if he did, it's amazing. Whoever wrote it, it's brilliant. Hey Bulldog, take 4, instrumental. It's not like they've just taken off the vocal of the release track. It is just them playing through. Hence why take 4. Yeah, it's alright. There's a lot of instrumentals on this though, isn't there? Free as a Bird, I'm sure we've all heard it by now. I think it's great. I think it sounds great. I like the cleaned up Lennon vocal. I don't mind that they changed. Actually, there's all the changes basically were made in 2015, but George Harrison's line had changed slightly. Yeah, it's great. I see a lot of people moaning about, oh, they've ruined it. No, they haven't ruined it, because the old one still exists. It's there. This is just another version of it. They haven't ruined it. Grow up. Real Love. This also sounds great. It sounds like Lennon's got a double vocal going on, but I'm unsure if it's actually McCartney underneath the lead vocal. I'm pretty sure back in the day that I heard that McCartney was singing along with it just to give strength to the weaker Lennon vocal. Back then it was weaker. It's not particularly strong now, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I really like this. I'm sure there'll be those of you out there, they've ruined it again. No, they haven't ruined it. Listen to yourself. They haven't ruined it. There's the original version's still there. Don't worry about it. And that's it for the unreleased tracks on the album. Is it worth the money that you're going to be paying for it? Probably not. But hey, Apple did the right thing and they released Anthology 4 separately. We've got to finally give them some kudos for that, because they weren't doing that originally. It all sounds great. It honestly sounds great. All the tracks that I didn't mention that are on the deluxe editions, they're all great. We know that. Those of you that are like, oh, Carnival of Light's not in it. I don't think Carnival of Light it's going to be any good. As you know, some of us, not all of us, we're now calling it Carnival of Shite because it's going to be, innit? Some of you wanted the 20-minute version of Hell Skelter. I think I would have got bored. So 10 minutes in, you'd be like, still going. But don't get me wrong, there's nothing with wanting to hear those. But I don't know if I want to pay money to hear Carnival of Shite. Just stick it on Beatles.com. Let people listen to it there. I'm not paying for Carnival of Shite. Okay, if you've made it this far, please do consider liking and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, it helps me. So, Now and Then. Now, I did make a previous video where I told you guys that there had been a leak, and this is what the basis of my review is, the leak. I was going through these tracks and I went, oh, do you know what? I fancy listening to Now and Then. And so I stuck it on and I was like, oh, this is quiet. You know, the piano bit at the beginning, you got Paul McCartney counting in going 1, 2, yeah, because he's old. 1, 2. Who was that an impression of? I don't know. But anyway, and the piano is quite loud previously, but this was quite quiet, and I was like, okay. So the original Now and Then had criticisms that it was basically like compressed to hell and loud, and so I thought, oh, okay, they're trying to get a bit more dynamic sound in it. They've reduced the volume to get a bit more, you know, give the instrumentation a bit more air to breathe. And then Lennon's vocal came in and it was really loud, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay. And what I'll do now, actually, I'll just show you a comparison between the 2023 mix of Now and Then and the Anthology 4 mix of Now and Then. I'll put that up on the screen now. Okay, so I've got the Anthology 4 rip at the top and the previous 2023 mix at the bottom. As you can see, just from the very beginning, it's a lot quieter. And if you look at the top one, after the first like 4 peaks, bang, that's, you got the 5th peak is really loud, and that's Lennon's vocal. Anyway, it's similar. If you look at the bottom one now, it is similar, but it's not such a leap up to Lennon's vocal. So I continued to listen to the song, and I was like, oh, maybe I've just got, because like I say, you know, it was I've got the leaked copy, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just duff, and I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping that this far that I'm listening to is just a duff version of it. A duff? That's a new word, isn't it? But then as the song progressed on, you got George's guitar bit, the bit that Paul McCartney played to sound like hit my elbow. The bit that Paul played to sound like George, and that is way too loud as well. So I was like, oh, here's my hope. I'm hoping to hell that I've just got a crap version of Now and Then on the leaked version of Anthology 4. But if it is on it, oh dear. So yeah, like I said, the guitar solo bit is way too loud, and it just covers all the great harmonies that you're going on there. You know, the bits they nicked from because you like can't really hear it anymore. You know, you can hear it, but you can't really hear it anymore. And I was like, oh dear. Oh dear. So fingers crossed I'm absolutely wrong about that. I'm hoping that I just had a bad copy. Fingers crossed. But all in all, if you've already got Anthology 1, 2 and 3, I still would recommend you buying Anthology 4. It's nice to have all these songs in one place. Pretty much like I was criticised for buying the new Wings set. You've got all the songs anyway. Why are you bothering? You got all the songs. Just like to have them in one place, all right? Oh God, criticisms. Talking of that set, I had to send it back, didn't I? The pink vinyl. I don't know if you spotted it when I showed it to you guys, but the pink vinyl had like a white bit on it, and I was like, what's that? Couldn't get it off, whatever it was, and I thought, I'm sure it'll play fine. No. Anyway, I hope the little review there of the songs has got you salivating for this Friday. It's this Friday it's being released. All good stuff. All good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Before I go, I just want to let you guys know, if you're unaware, myself and Beatley Tone have a great new show called The Beatle Board. We have a contestant on, we learn a little bit about them, and then we quiz them on the Beatles. Right? The first contestant was amazing. I won't tell you who it is if you haven't seen it. Please go and watch it. That's over on Beatley Tone's channel. I will link it in the description. The next episode will be on my channel. We're going back and forth. Myself and Tone want you to be on the show. We also want some, big YouTubers that think they know everything. They're not going to know. They're not going to know more than me, though, are they? They will. If you think your Beatle knowledge is amazing, you can apply to be on the show at thebeatleboard@gmail.com. Come test your knowledge. And that's it. Thank you very much. Go away. Leave. Wait for the ball patch. Wait for the ball patch. Boom.